Tomorrow may never come.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Watson down to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1. The Eagles at 1-8 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got a man, complete, touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles already trailing my touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
I feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing, Jones. Will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Sanders. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now it's Watson. Touchdown, Eagles. Great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A first down carry for Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Jones out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 4th down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion is Austin Hooper. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the fourth. And now they have an opportunity.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Another try for Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's Isabella open on the right side.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 39, Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Watson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass in this first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The good pickup there, 22.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. It's caught by Hooper.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a good bounce play right there. After taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the mark. Now we're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Jones on 3rd and 2. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Barkley. will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Barkley again, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
After the run, Watson going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here because That was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
Looks good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time. The way the defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jones. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go,
Now Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Avoids him at the 5. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 44, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
gain 2 yards on second down. Throwing, Jones. Pass complete. On the crossing route, this is Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 76 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Barkley inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Barkley will try to punch it in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Watson. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And a fun